Oh, hello there. I know there's a large-scale superhero battle about to take place behind me, but I just wanted to pause real quick to talk to you briefly about how, first, I need to mow my lawn, and about Jim Corder and his ideas found in Rhetoric as Love, Argument as Emergence. First of all, before we really jump in, I want to define what rhetoric is. If you ask rhetoricians, you will get a variety of answers based off of how each individual interprets the word. The simplest definition, though, is the dictionary definition. Rhetoric is the art of effective or persuasive speaking or writing, especially the use of figures of speech and other compositional techniques. Now we move on to the second point, argument. Most people view argument in a negative light. In day-to-day life, arguments are typically seen as a negative conversation between two or more people. The goal of an argument is to convince the other side that you are right. It is a form of persuasion, and therefore an important aspect of rhetoric. For example, all of the heroes and villains behind me are participating in a type of argument. What Jim Corder argues in his paper is that the argument is not always negative. In fact, it really is something more positive. The world is full of a never-ending plethora of ideas constantly clashing together. We are left to pick up the pieces and try to make sense of what's left. Corder wants us to have an open mind to new ideas in an effort to better understand the chaos that we find ourselves living in. That is why he argues that we are all narratives. Now, if we look at Captain America, also known as Steve Rogers, we know that based off of his life and the choices that he's made to get there, there is an argument, and a strong argument at that, to be made about living a life with a strong moral compass and having a willingness to fight for what you believe in. On the other side is Thanos. He is known for setting a goal and doing whatever he has to do to achieve that, even if it means killing billions. Both make arguments on how you can live your own life. Both offer points of learning from different perspectives, and it's important that when we come across these points of contention, that we arguers learn to abandon authoritative positions, as that is not how we learn. We need to approach with love. So no matter what, even if there are truths that are true no matter what, and the universe says so, we also, through living, are creating our own truths. And these truths are arguments. And these arguments will eventually lead to emergence. And that is where we start learning. Things will emerge, and we are able to use these things in rhetoric, which is a means to persuade. And if we learn through the rhetoric and approach it with love, we are able to learn from one another and create a society that works cooperatively for the greater good. Corder is encouraging a world where we listen and learn more from the people around us. We are individuals, yes, and while this won't fix all of our problems, we are at our best when we are all learning